All right. Good morning. Good morning. Hello, everybody. It is 6:32. It is March 21st. It is post-Fed. It is Thursday. Got my light, got my new microphone, got my around town jacket that I'm going to be heading out to Aspen with. Got to come in early so this way I can close up some loose ends, manage some positions, situate with some options because I'll be gone from 12 o'clock till Monday and have to trade remotely from the slopes and from the from the little bars downtown. But anyway, let me do a quick little house cleaning thing here. Let me show you my disclosure. There it is. So I make everybody happy at T3. Now I can take that off. Once again, my name is Scott Redler. I'm the Chief Strategic Officer of T3Live.com. Welcome to today's 6:30 Club post-Fed. Hopefully yesterday you had multiple plans. You had a dovish plan, a hawkish plan, a neutral plan. You knew what sectors to go after, what the levels had to be cleared. And if you did so, you had a great day. I try and prepare you guys every day. I try and show you how to do, the proper routine and process so you can execute with confidence. And hopefully that's what you did. Anyway, with that being said, let me say hello to some of my dogs around the world. We got Andrew Hairston, we got Lorenzo in the house, we got Moonshine Dances. What kind of dances are those? We got Jose, we got Brian, we got the Ninja Mullet. We got Tony, what up, Tony? We got Don, what up? Any which way. So a lot of things worked yesterday, Now, besides tech, I've been, talking about gold for the past few weeks. We played a certain breakout in gold, and then into that congestion rolled up some options, in the GLD. Silver, we played really well until last Friday, sold most, and then on the dip rolled into some higher strikes. Besides everything else, sometimes just kind of working. What up, Swish? What up, Annie? Get it done. Have a great trip. Thanks. I appreciate that. So anyway, some people are like, Red Dog, you said that the high could be in for the next 3 weeks or a month or so. And okay, that's what I said could be. But then what the market does is different. I don't get louder when I put out a call. I just adjust when the market tells me to adjust. And if you look yesterday, if you look at the SPYs, remember we talked about this upper wedge, this upper consolidation. And what did it do yesterday? As soon as Powell came out and sounded neutral, not hawkish, I know I had some puts and calls and options and positions, and right away got rid of my puts for tomorrow. And I added to some longs and, adjusted my situation. And look at this nice candle. Okay. Took out 516, took out 517.38, took out 518.22 to hit a nice high. And now this morning we're getting follow through. Nice follow through up to. They didn't reverse it. Sometimes they reverse it after the Fed, et cetera, et cetera. And at this particular point, you're getting some upside follow through. So hopefully you're feeling good. You have some positions on. I'm supposed to show the alpha team. This is the alpha team. This is, my crew that I hang out with every day that gets to see my positions live. They're already starting to post some information from the morning. And then, I have a pretty good array of things, I'm in Amazon, hoping that maybe it takes out 180 while I'm gone. I've been in Nvidia for days. Remember, 2 days ago, the Red Dog reversal, it reclaimed 861, 871. And then yesterday, it held all day and had a nice move. I actually even sold some puts in Nvidia. I sold some puts in SMCI yesterday, which was a nice way to do it, hoping that it would hold that 875, and it took the premium out of that. As far as gold, I rolled up some gold into the April, 426 205s, March 28th 205s. I still have all 3 silvers on that we rolled up. Amazon 180s. I have some bios on. Yes, I do have some Apple 177.50s, but I trimmed some yesterday. I think it'll work that off. I had Oracle to break out. Then yesterday, for the first time in a while, I actually trimmed a little bit this morning. So they get to see what I did at 627 this morning. Bought some Bitcoin on the dip. I've been in Rumble back and forth, MSOS even from a few days ago. Goldman Sachs we added yesterday. Also added some options, Goldman Sachs 397s. And then I'm short some premium. Okay, I'm short some 522s I did at the end of the day-ish, 524s. So that's my, that's my hedge. So anyway, with that being said, that's the alpha team, and a lot of little things going on. A lot of little things. Some metals, some Nvidia, some banks, some crypto. Like, hey, that's why I'm up so early, because I have to prepare my brain how to adjust for stuff. Good morning, Mark. It looks like a good day. Yeah, better manage it. Always sell into some strength so you can buy a dip. Some people go, Red Dog, the Qs are lagging. All right, but the Qs are participating. Cleared this 439, cleared this 441. We'll see if the early strength holds as 444, 448, looking pretty decent. I am long the XBI. I have some options on and figured, hey, maybe the XBI that had this cup and handle pattern. Remember we talked yesterday. I said, you had a little Red Dog reversal at 92 and change. Well, yesterday it poked its head up. So maybe, it gets a little bit of upside follow through here. I have options on for tomorrow and for next week. I didn't focus on the IWM. If you did, it had a nice candle yesterday also, right here. Beautiful candle for you guys. I did not play it. I went with the XBI. It's fine. Can't be in everything. As far as like I showed you, gold, nice. It's so nice when you get a continuation pattern. Remember, we played the 195s to 200s and the ETF went to 203. Got rid of most of it. Then I'm like, let's do less equity but stay with it. And we bought the 205s. I just showed you that, and that was into the weakness, and then boom. So today I'll probably create some call spreads there to use the action to finance a position. Some people say, Red Dog, how do you do your options? Well, sometimes in here I'll do straight calls, and then after a move, I'll sell some premium higher, create a call spread. So then I have limited risk, and it pays me to sit there. So we'll see how that goes. Silver also. If you look at this pattern, this is really nice. We started buying silver here. I think the 22s, and then I rolled into the 23s, and now all of a sudden, seems as if this is going to continue to go. This is the daily chart, and then if you look at the monthly chart, look how pretty that looks. Imagine this thing. Why can't this get to 27? This is when they had the run on silver with the Hunt brothers. But anyway, it went a lot higher. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but why can't that happen? Anyway, you go to the gold monthly pattern, the cup and handle pattern. That's what we were talking about, which to me looks like 220. So I'm not a metals guy, I'm not the end of the world guy, this and that. I'm a chart guy that likes to have a process, that likes to go in his ice bar, likes to sweat it out in the sauna, that likes to go to his kids' friggin' varsity basketball and now lacrosse games, likes to hang out and have a steak sandwich and IPA. But, these are the things that I like to do. We all like to do certain things. I like to fast on Mondays too. But anyway, so that's gold. So let's talk Nvidia for a second. Nvidia, wow, the gift that keeps giving. This has been my go-to stock for cash flow and for swing trades. Every now and then there's a stock that controls the market, a stock that really, can make you money day in and day out, trading it actively besides options and swings. And if you remember, starting the year, this was my biggest power play, like 505. And then, you had a lot of different maneuvers, a lot of different ways. You had that reversal top. Okay, then we held, and then now we've been rebuilding. And if you remember 2 days ago, we were in here, at the 630 club hanging out, and we were talking. I was like, hey, 861, 871, is it going to reclaim it or stay below it and see more downside into the event? And guess what happened? It friggin' reclaimed both, and then inside day, now it's above 905, and then now we'll see, is it going to work its way to 973 or not? I've already trimmed a little bit up, like up 10 points, and I'm in some, and I sold some puts, and maybe I'll see. Maybe I'll go out and buy some lotto calls for next Friday, like a call spread, maybe like the 975s by 1020s in case it wants to go. Besides having it, may not. Okay. So anyway, so that looks good. So with SMCI, I don't love to play. It's so loose and wide. So I was like, you know what? I think they hold the 870 2 million share offering. But so what I did is I sold the 820s for $7, saying, you know what? I just thought it was a good trade, and I wound up selling the premium at 7 and 6 and 5, and I bought some back at $1.50 and was able to keep it. That was my way to, to kind of have a synthetic long on SMCI while not focusing on it because I had to do so many other things. What up, Cobblestone? And what about CMG? 50 for 1. Chances are it's going higher. I haven't played CMG in so long, even though they kind of sold the strength here. You know, but it was at a historic high. I'd wait for the dust to settle a little bit. Someone asked me about Oracle. I still think Oracle can go higher. Oracle, you know, they sold some strength earlier, but I still have some 130 calls on for what am I 130 calls on for? Oh, for tomorrow. Geez, hopefully it goes this post, you know, earnings play. Yeah, MU. Look at this. MU a pig. You know, I just looked at the weekly chart. Somebody had a lot of it. My friend Coach Andrew Joyce, who helped train my boy Chase for a while, was like, could you look at the weekly chart? You know, and you know, this was the same spot it was in 2021, so it just came back up. So, you know, although it's come a long way from the lows, it's still on the weekly chart. We'll see how much of this gap and go it holds. Right now, it's up 17, which is right here, which is nice. I'm not in MU, but I'm in Nvidia, and Nvidia right now is up 12. Cha-ching. Anyway, it's nice when, you know, market's not predatory and doing some things. You know, gave you a lot of time to readjust, you know, et cetera, et cetera. But anyway, can I look at MSG? MSGE. I haven't looked at this stock. Is that Madison Square Garden? Yeah. Oh, this is the weekly chart. Hey, look on the weekly chart. It looks pretty good. Look at that. Looks like a downtrend, ready to take that out. Looks like a little cup and handle too. There, some not so bad. I guess the Knicks are doing good. Anyway, you know, yeah, look at that. It looks like it's getting above this. You have a big gap to fill up here. I don't trade this one, but why not? I'll be there. When am I going to Madison Square Garden? Oh, I think I'm going Monday. I'm going to the Knicks game Monday with my boy Heshi. Beto, I accumulated some on the bid yesterday. Yesterday, Red Dog caught the low in IBIT again, and I'm not a crypto guy. I do trade crypto, but IBIT, you know, into this, I was like, I'm going to start accumulating it from here down to 33. Well, didn't go down to 33, and now it's up a little bit. I don't know if I'm going to really make much money on the BITO calls. I thought we were going to continue for April 12th, but it's only March 21st, and who knows, crypto's nuts. I trimmed a little bit of this already that I bought in the hole. Alpha Team did real well with that yesterday. AMD's been a real pain. You know, I lost a little bit of money trying AMD yesterday. You know, maybe it put a low in at the 50-day. It's up probably a little bit with the rest of everything else. But this was, you know, from this Red Dog reversal high, hopefully you got out of the way. It's really been weaker since. Anyway, Tesla, someone asked me, Red Dog, you finally back in Tesla overnight. Tesla is not my bread and butter anymore. You know when Tesla was my bread and butter? Here. This sequence was the best sequence in a while. That's kind of like what Nvidia did. And then since the high here, or this one, I've been out of the way where every single person on is, all right, Redler, buy Tesla, Tesla, Tesla. I'm like, no. I did a little bit here, and then I wound up getting stopped out of the rest, and I'm in a little bit overnight, and I might leave with a little bit, you know, to go to the slopes. Hopefully, Musk doesn't have too much ketamine. It's crazy. Anyway, we sold Beto puts. That's a way to do it too. Goldman. This stock has been absolutely atrocious. Anyway, we'll see what I can't talk smack about it now because I did buy the stock yesterday and I bought some options for next week. So I'm hoping, like, look how long this has been in this channel. My goodness gracious. I have this on as a power play for T3 Live. I also have Morgan Stanley on as a power play. You know, what's a power play, you might ask? Well, power play is a service that we use where the Alpha Team watches everything that we do. We trade together real time. Weather All Access is my note. It's my note that goes out every day at 8:30, kind of like my game plan and my active approach to 40 stocks. The power plays is just, hey, buddy, Red Dog, I don't want to sift through your crap. Just tell me what to do. Where's my stop? Where could it go? And that's what we do. And as of right now, I think we have left over. We have Morgan. We have Goldman. We've had Axion for like 3 weeks, you know, which has been really good, and gold. So 4 things. And anyway, actually, I put on some Apple too, but that was lower at, you know, right around here, you know, in the 173s. Even though it's not much of a power play, it was defined. I'm like, we could be long Apple versus 168.50, and maybe it starts to work higher. I think it's going to absorb this news in some capacity anyway. So with that being said, I am going to be away. I'm going to be trading until about 10:15, figuring everything out, and then got my car coming. I'm going to the airport. I'm going to Aspen with a bunch of friends. I plugged myself into their trip because, you know what? Let me put a, I haven't skied in a while because, you know, with varsity sports, they don't let you go away for Christmas. And now with lacrosse, we can't go away for spring break. And this weekend, there's nothing. So my friend's like, hey, we got an Airbnb. We got ski tickets. We're going. So I said, count the dog in. So Red Dog's going out. Tomorrow, when I used to do, I do all the Friday videos, I'll try and do this. I'll try and do one from wherever I am at 2:30 tomorrow, 3 o'clock. We'll talk to Mikey if I have a signal. This is what Amazon looks like. You know, it's been a little, tricky, but it's still in the game. Still in the game. I have some 180s and I'm long some Amazon overnight. I'll probably sell a little Amazon stock and I'll keep the options and I'll buy a little bit there. S&P cash is the same thing. You want me to do? CYTX. And yeah, the bios look okay. XBI looks good here. So you would think that some of the bios get going. Guys were talking about VKTX yesterday. Nice little candle. Hit a high here. You could say held the majority of this gap. It turned up. I don't know what it's doing this morning, but I would assume it's up a little bit. I bought the dip in this CYTK, which it's not doing awesome, but I do think that stock was 110, so I bought some options on the bid into this weakness out in for May because supposedly everyone loves the data and it could even be an acquisition target. So I did some of that and some of this BBIO. I don't buy bios. Okay, I only do options because they're either huge or they're bad. I don't want that. So I'll just risk premium, and both of these have done really well. This one we had down here before that huge gap up. That was my first time I really had such a huge play in a bio, and then we actually accumulated into here for that. So I started accumulating a little bit down here, and we'll see how it goes. Anyway, they're just plays amongst plays. You want me to do the SPYs one more time? Really not much to do here except for SPYs are just trending. It gave you another wedge type pattern that could have failed, that could have produced a corrective phase, coulda, woulda, shoulda, woulda, didn't do it. So what happened? Yeah, it came in yesterday. I went over this with the Wolf. Said, hey, although seasonality, everyone's talking about the seasonality. Anyway, you had a wedge, broke above this 516, 517, 518, and now it's opening at 520. Even on the weekly, I'm like, guys, the ascending channel looks crazy, but still, if you look here at the ascending channel, which we put up yesterday with this upper flag, it was either gonna, hold 511 or break it. And it held it. It didn't break it, and then it took out 518.22, and now it's up here. And as long as it's in a channel, it's like it stays in the channel. The channel breaks, it breaks. Doesn't break, you try and ride it in a responsible way that you can handle. It's all you can do in this world. Things that you can handle responsibly. Control what you can control. Be a good person. Be a good family member. Be a good community guy. Add some value around, and the gods in the universe will know, and they'll pay you back. So, my video this morning, it said, because I talk to, Chase and his friends all the time because they like to play sports. I'm like, the universe will reward you if you really put the effort in, okay? It'll get you what your goal is. But if you half-fast it, the universe knows, and it'll knock you on your ass. So don't half-fast it out there. You only live once. I'll see you guys later.